Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today we are going to see how the pools and virtual servers are being configured in the F5 lab. So here is the topology in which we have a F5 load balancer. The client is situated on 10.10.10.0/24. We have a management IP address on the subnet 192.168.129.0/24, and we have the internal interface having 172.16.10.0/24, and we have a 4 or 5 web servers, and the IP address of web servers are 172.16.10.129/24.130.131.132 and .133. So let's see how we configure the pools and a virtual server, and then we will see how when a client requests to a virtual server, how the traffic patterns as per data received on F5. So let's go to the access the F5, right? So in the first ask, we will create a pool. So what we will do, we will go to the local traffic and the pools. So here you can see there are some of the pools we have already configured. These pools are used for taking the snapshot of while developing the DC lessons theory part. So what we will do, we will create a different pools. So in order to create a pool, click on create. Under name, create http _ DC lessons _ pool, right? In the load balancing method, select round robin, right? And in the node name, select 192.168.1.29. Port is 80, right? And then add. Likewise, we can do 130. Then we can add 131, and then we can add, and we are going to configure a 4 server instead of 5. So let's add it. So now we have created a pool naming http DC lessons pool. We have 4 members on it listening to service port 80, and then we will click finished. Now once we do that, we have now created a http DC lessons pool. Just click on it. We can see on the members we have these 4 pools available, and the load balancing method is round robin. Now we'll go and we will configure a virtual server. So we'll go and configure the virtual server. Here also you will see some of the virtual servers. Again, we have configured it while creating or developing the concepts of DC lessons F5 theory part. So we'll go and create a fresh virtual server. So here we are going to create a HTTP virtual server. So we'll click yes, HTTP DC lessons, or what I can do, I can say lab, right? And then we will leave the source type any. At destination we can do right 10.10.10. Let's suppose I can go ahead with 200, or I can go ahead with 150. Let's start with the virtual server 150, and the port is 80, right? HTTP. And here we will go and select the pool in the down default pool. We have created a HTTP DC lessons pool, right? And then we will click finished. So once we do that, we have created a virtual server on a IP 10.10.10.150. Now it's time to go and check the verification part. So now we will access the virtual server HTTP 10.10.10.150, right? So once we click here, we are seeing that this is the DC lessons server 1. So what we will do, we will go and create, refresh it. So now we will see that the traffic is going to virtual server 3. Then again it's going to 1, then again to 3, 1, 3, what, then it went to 2, then it went to 3, 4. So this is how, the F5 is load balancing a traffic. So here we have finished, to see that once we have configured the virtual server and the pools under round robin fashion, we can easily see that the traffic are being sent. Here you may see, some a different type of traffic, that instead of going from server 1 to, it's not going to server 2, it's going to server 3, and then it's going to server 4, and then it's going to server 3, and then it's going to server 1. It may because the web browser is having recording the cookies, right? And it has a it saves the existing sessions. So better, what you can do, you can go ahead to more tools and then clear browsing data. Just clear it and then again try it. So it will go to server 1. So like that, for every time you just go and clear the browsing data, and you will see the server is traffic is load balancing between DC lesson server, web server 1, 2, 3, and 4. So thank you for watching F5 processing traffic lab.